안녕하세요, Nifties. Welcome to Knitsery Nicole. I am Nicole, and we are a crafting community. So grab your work in progress, also known as a whip, and let's get started on our 10-minute crafting break. I'm just gonna let you know right now, I have a long story to tell that I actually told in a different video, but I had to delete it. So I know it's going to go a little bit longer than 10 minutes, so buckle up. Buckle up, Buttercup. Actually, no, not at all. It should be fine. But if you have to go, feel free. Today I am drinking the leftover of my pour over coffee and my rise. And then it's funny because I made it and I drank like 2/3 of it. And then I thought, oh, it kind of has a lot of cream. I should add some more coffee as I heat it up. So I've actually heated this cup of coffee up 4 times, but I still haven't gotten to it. And then when I did add a little bit more coffee to it, it didn't taste good, you know? And you know how much I really love the coffee. And so then I don't know if it's because I heated it up 4 times already or whatever. But now we got our grocery shipment and I got something called peppermint mocha cold brew cream or something like that. So here we go. Let's try it. Okay. I think it's called peppermint mocha cold foam. Anyway, today as you can see, I am working on my 6-Day Star Blanket by Betty McKnit, and I've also been carrying this around and it looked pretty bad, but I am here to preview a new one, but unfortunately you don't see it as well because I have a purple background, so I might have to change that. As you can see, I'm working on the red row, and this color, by the way, is called mauve. It doesn't look like mauve to me, but whatever. It's called mauve. I'm calling it the red row. And as you can see, I'm actually I'm playing chicken a little bit. We've gotten through about halfway through my star, and I do think I have enough to finish this row. But normally you do the single crochet row and then you do this double crochet thing. So I'm doing this pink row, the green, sorry, this blue row. They called it denim color. This row I'm doing in the mauve. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little bit sick. Okay, I might not be sick. There might be allergies. I can't tell. And I might be sick though, actually. Now that I'm actually talking to you, I feel like, oh, I might be sick. I thought I might be sick yesterday, but then I felt better. But I did end up taking a nap, which is not common. So that is an indication that I felt sick. But right now in Southern California, they are having like these big floods. Not floods, but like an atmospheric river or something, and it's raining, and they're saying that, oh, we got a month's worth of rain in one day. And so it is a lot of rain, unless you live in a place that's actually rainy, and then you would think, oh, that's a normal amount of rain. But for us, it's a lot of rain. And so I don't know if I'm getting old and like the change in the weather is making me sick, which I don't believe, but I also can't deny. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, I've been wanting to tell you about my my son's little AYSO journey because we had such an amazing game to finish out our season. It was so sweet. Our coach, we were pretty good, like in the standing, like maybe 3rd or 4th place. I can't actually remember, but we were playing a team that hadn't won at all through the whole season, and there were 10 games. So coach said, and he didn't tell me, or didn't tell all the boys this, he told me because I'm the team parent. He said, I think we should have all the boys who haven't scored all season, let's have them play up front, And what he meant is that all the boys who are defenders, because that's why they don't score, right? I mean, maybe they don't have the ability. Maybe, I can't say anything about whether or not they have the ability because I'm not good enough at soccer to tell those things. But more logically, the reason they haven't scored is because they are playing defense. And when you're playing defense, you're not in a position to score that much. One year we had this boy who could kick so far that even though he was playing defense, he actually did score one, like from all the way in the back. But that's unusual, right? So we have about 6 boys out of 14 that have never, that haven't scored this season. And my son was one of them. And he has scored before, though, in like different seasons, just not this season. And actually, it has been a while since he scored because he used to play kind of midfield. And when you're mid, you have a chance to kind of like every now and then get up there to scoring position, or you could score from midfield sometime. So he has scored before. I think before he did score from midfield, but he rarely is in the front on offense. So you play 11 boys at a time. And since we have 14, that means 3 are sitting out if we have everyone there, which we don't always have everyone there. So it's good to have a big team. And then, I am kind of feeling sick, but I'm going to persevere because, we all deserve to knit. And, so he sat out 3 of the boys, because all the time 3 boys have to sit out if there's, because only 11 are allowed on the field at one time. So he sat out 3 of the boys, and then he told all the other boys on the team to funnel the ball to the 3 boys who are trying to score. And you know what? It was so beautiful because all the boys worked together. And these are, teenage boys or preteen boys, like 12 and 13. And sometimes, they're a little bit like preteens. But to see all of them work together, it was so beautiful. And then when the boys, there were like target boys that were supposed to go score. And when they score, the whole team was so excited. Of course, the boy was excited because he hadn't scored all season. But the rest of the team was so excited. They did things like, pick them up and throw them around kind of. And there were high fives and there were boys like running to give hugs. And it was just really, really, really sweet. And so my son actually scored during that time as well because the whole team was like helping to set him up. And so, it was exciting. And then there was another, like I also offered to give the boys like just a little bit of cash for getting goals because some of them, like my son, he had scored before, but some of the boys had never scored ever. And it's because we had 2 boys that were brand new to soccer, so they've never scored. And then we had another boy who just has always played defense for years and years and just never had the opportunity, And so that boy, his mom, she had him take a picture with me, which was so cute. And then he hugged me, and he hugged me so tight that he like kind of lifted me up off the ground. And that's a lot because I'm not like a lightweight. So he was so excited, And then I guess at night he told the mom, like, Mom, now I know I can score a goal. And that just like warms my heart. That's like the spirit of AYSO. And AYSO stands for American Youth Soccer Organization. It's like the spirit of it. And it's so sweet. And I'm just like, how clever is our coach, right? I'm so impressed with him. It's funny because last year, for last season, he was the team parent, and I was actually the assistant coach or whatever. which was miserable for me because I'm not very good at sports. And I do like soccer, but I'm not like, I don't have any, I've never played soccer. So, you know, I only became the coach because they needed to have a coach or my son wouldn't play. But anyway, that's a whole other story. And then he did, though, coach one game last year, and we lost, and you know that happens. But now he's like grown so much as a coach, and it's like inspiring to see. It's inspiring to see how, like, wherever, and he actually had never played soccer either, so that's probably why, you know, like, whatever. But it's like inspiring to see how people can grow and people can just change and become better at things through practice, through determination, through will, through the support of their team. Anyway, so then now we're in playoff season, and in our league, and I don't know if this is for all of them, but all the teams in your region, I think they're called region. It's confusing to me about the levels, but all the teams in your region, regardless of their standing, go to playoffs. And then in playoffs, they do a double elimination. So if you lose 2 games, you're out. And then once, and then the people who have not, the last team standing, you know, battle out to be the first place team. And the first place team goes to the area, which is a larger geographic area. And my son, he's gone to area like 3 times. And so it would be so exciting if we could go again. And anyway, so we've gone to area before, and we're hoping, of course, to go to area again. But we had our first playoff game last Tuesday night. And I'm not sure what inspired me, but I was like, oh, we should have a tailgate party. And so all the parents showed up, even some parents that I haven't seen in a while. They all showed up for the boys, and that was fun. And you know, we brought potluck, and that it was just a fun time. And we did win that game, and we won 3. I feel like it was 3-1 or 3-0. But my son was playing up for some reason in the front, kind of midfield, mid to up, and he actually scored the second goal. And I was so excited because it was so unexpected, because he usually plays, you know, defense. But I guess, I don't know if it was that the previous game he realized, oh yeah, I can also do it, or if it just like lined up that way. I'm not sure, you know, exactly, because I asked him about it, but he was like, I just did it, Mom, you know. But it was a really exciting time, and all the other moms, they were, I mean, I'm sure the dads too, but you know, the moms, we have like a special bond. And so all the other moms like ran up to me, and we may have been chanting his name. So silly, right? Especially because, you know, it's his goal, clearly not mine. But it's exciting, you know, that's exciting. And my heart gets all into it. And even, of course, I'm like so proud of him, even if he doesn't score, because he plays some excellent defense, and I like that. I like that he's a strong defender. So I'm happy with that. But I mean, scoring is, you know, really exciting. Okay, Nifties, do I have enough? The thing is that when you do single crochet, you don't use that much yarn. But once you start these double crochets, you use a bunch of yarn. Okay, but I don't have anything else to do with this yarn, so I feel like I should just try it. Okay, the game of yarn chicken is just about to go. At any rate, Nifties, that was my whole story. I have to finish. Let me just finish right now. So then, because of that, we advanced, and then their team was went to they call it the losing bracket. So they went to the losing bracket, and then they actually that team won. So we actually, and then also on Thursday night, and I don't know if it's because I didn't do a tailgate, because maybe I should have done that again, or if it's because normally we meet 1 hour earlier, but I think coach was thinking, the boys might be tired or something, and so we only met half an hour earlier. And I feel like the reason that's not great is because, and we didn't know this, you couldn't know this ahead of time, is that the boys weren't able to like get out all of their little fidgets and their silliness out so that they could focus on the game. And I feel like they weren't as focused. I'm not sure what it was, or maybe we just did a great job because we were coming off the synergy of that amazing game where the whole team came together with that common goal of, getting the 6 boys. And did I tell you all the 6 boys made a goal? Yeah, that was amazing. They all did it. And so I'm so proud of all of them. And I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of like all the boys that came together to work on that. And so I know, so we have another game tomorrow, no, 2 days. And I hope that we can grab that synergy again. We have had it in many games, so I think it's still possible. The parents aren't excited about a tailgate, or they haven't said anything. And I don't want to do it because I stress out whenever I have to plan anything. I mean, I love it, but I also stress out. So I'm thinking if no one's like super excited, or if no one thinks that that's the reason we lost the game, then I'm not going to tailgate. So, but we are going to show up. We are going to show up an hour early with a team. A coach has sent us, gave us a whole thing about like how much protein the boys need per pound. Because if we win on Tuesday, that means we'll have 2 wins and 1 loss. And then we have to play Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, any other team. Yeah, like Wednesday could be the championship. But then if we win and they, like the other team loses, depending upon their standing, we might also have to play Thursday. So that would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So coach is like, oh, the boys might have to play 3 nights in a row. And if they do, then they're going to need protein. And here's how much protein they need. And you can get protein milk from Costco or Amazon. Yeah. Anyway, so it's starting to get serious. But it's also sweet, right? And so I think that's the beauty of it all. So I hope that you've enjoyed my little story, even if you're not a huge soccer fan. Oh, you know what show you should watch if you haven't seen it? Ted Lasso. If you're not a soccer fan, I think it really gets you into soccer if you're not into it already. At any rate, and if you feel just a little bit more peace, knitting or crafting, crocheting. Okay. Oh, let me give you a cute, because I did finish this part. Let me see if I can give you a cute view of our star blanket. Oh, there we go. It's looking so good, right? And you actually can see the purple. I just thought you couldn't see it, but you can. Here we go. Thank you, Betty McKnit, for this beautiful pattern. I love it. And if you feel more peace, please make sure to like and follow. And if you know anyone else who needs a little bit more peace in their life, if they wish that they had like a little community of crafters, like we are here for all of them. And I feel like it's my calling. And so I hope that you will help me out. At any rate, please, please, please like and follow, of course, but also really show your beautiful, like crafting projects. Also, we have a really great new follower on our threads, and her name, I think it's a her. Of course, I can't really tell, but I think it is her. I think I'm going to just, their name is Daybreak Digitals US, and that person is, I'm pretty sure it's crochet, making little crochet soap bags for their child's teacher. So cute. I think that they, they're probably made out of like a cotton, and they're like this big, and then you can put the little soap pieces, or maybe put a whole bar of soap in, and then you can use it to scrub. So like, it's so cute. And so I just saw her post that on her threads, and I would love to see all of you post whatever you're working on. You know how much I love the Kobu, and I also love you, Nifties. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. 안녕히 계세요.